Liz, thanks for coming to see me here today.
Yeah, no problem.
So I feel bad that we didn't reach your results last quarter, but to be fair, I don't think they were exactly clear-cut. So to be honest, I think we need to be discussing performance on a more regular basis. If we're leaving it for these annual performance reviews, it's a little bit too late. How do you feel about trying something new?
Of course.
Great. I'd like to have more frequent situational conversations just to make sure we're on track to achieve the results we want to achieve.
Yeah, can we talk about my development as well?
Yeah, of course. We can start with the steps you can take to get that promotion that you've been after.
That sounds great.
Great. Well, we still got some time left. Why don't we talk about the SMART goal we set with your monthly reports? How are you feeling about that?
That's not my favorite thing to do.
Monthly reports are nobody's favorite thing to do, but it's a necessary part of the job. I hear Melissa is actually a wizard when it comes to those reports. Why don't we bring her on to the Robinson Steel account? You track the reports, and you go to her from time to time whenever you have any questions.
Sure, that would actually free up a lot of my time. I'll schedule a meeting with her for tomorrow morning.
Okay, sounds great. I'll let you get back to your job, but if you have any further questions, I'll be right here in my office, and we'll go ahead and schedule a meeting for next week, okay?
I'll be there. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Well, that went pretty well.
I agree. I really think you hit it with your goals and nailed it on the account report.
Well, positive results are always easier to present.
I can attest to that. Now, do you want to talk about your presentation skills?
Nope, I'm all good.
Need I remind you about the great bi-coastal Skype fail of 2017?
Okay, now I'm not fully convinced that was entirely my fault. I'm not the network admin. Dave is.
Well, not taking personal responsibility doesn't look good on you, Liz.
I know.
I have a small piece of advice that I think might make a big difference for you. I think if you put in some more prep time before your presentation, it would do wonders. I noticed you were reading from the slides a lot and you lost about half the audience. Melissa fell asleep at one point.
I think she was just closing her eyes. Okay, well, how do you prep for your presentations then?
Simple. I do the 3 R's. Rehearse, 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 and rehearse some more.
I think that was 4 R's.
It was 4 R's.
But I get it. I think that will really help me.
Well, regardless, I think you're doing a fantastic job, Liz, and I can't wait to see you continue to grow in the coming weeks and months.
Likewise, future Chief Operating Officer.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Fingers crossed.
Thanks. So you know we've been working with the Ken Blanchard companies, and they say feedback is the breakfast of champions, so here's some brunch. I've been getting some feedback on the Monroe account, and it sounds like we've had a few hiccups on your accounts when it comes to booking and tracking.
Yeah, I've been having a hard time with the tracking software. It's no secret, it's pretty buggy. Why can't we just go back to our old manual system?
Well, you know that system better than anybody else, and unfortunately it's a necessary evil right now. I trust you get the job done while we wait for the contract to expire with the software vendor.
All right, it just seems like time being poorly spent considering we're going to be doing a new platform next year.
Well, why don't you talk with one of the software reps and see if you can't get them to revisit some of those booking and tracking tools.
Okay, I could absolutely do that.
Great. Also, I need to catch you up on the Western Freight account. Now, when you're ready, we have a leadership call later this afternoon, and we need to introduce some new revenue streams for them. Now, Bill was supposed to be on that call, but his wife went into labor this morning, so he's going to be out on paternity leave for the next few weeks. So I'm going to need you to hop on that call with Melissa, and you might have to speak up a few times on that.
All right, but I have no background on the account.
Good point. I can give you the number for the distribution manager. He can give you all of the background info that you need before you get on the call. That's
Sounds
his number.
good. Thank you.
Now, the important thing to know is that their VP, Kurt, he likes to play hardball. So I wrote some notes. I put them on the shared drive. It's under the Monroe account. If you look at that before the call, you should be good to go.
All right. Like everyone has heard, I heard that there were some slip-ups with that account. There were 20 truckloads that weren't even halfway filled, and it was a cross-country haul. I have to be the one to deliver the bad news, even though it wasn't my fault?
Well, that's one of the joys of being a manager. You gotta be able to take ownership, stay focused, you gotta build trust with your clients and your colleagues, and you gotta have an open and honest dialogue with them. Now, one of the things about being a manager is you gotta be able to take the blame as much as you give the credit, and it's for the greater good of the company. Now, I'm here to help you out however I can before you get on that call this afternoon.
That would be great. Thank you for your support.
Anytime.
Okay, I can do this.
You can do this.
Thanks, Chris.
Of course. So I wanted to thank you. You really showed some initiative making sure that those Tampa-bound trucks were set to capacity. And on the Monroe call, I heard you had to field some tough questions. Now, according to Melissa, you sailed through that really smoothly, and she was tripping on some things, and you stepped right in. So again, thank you.
Of course, happy to help.
You know, there's nothing better than catching people doing things right, so I want you to know that I really appreciate your efforts.
Thank you.
And if you continue stepping up, delivering on your goals, we'll get you to where you want to be, fancy new title and all.
Thank you. It means so much to me.
You've earned it.